Every business can use some marketing help, and we have Hiett Ives to share some marketing secrets with our audience today. This is Dr. David D. Shine, and welcome to Saving America. And our special guest today has written That Ain't Not Right, and this man is an expert on English language, and 88 successful event strategies, which we'll be actually focusing on today. He's been involved with over 25 international trade shows in multiple countries. He's a known marketing consultant, and he's not actually working at all of this stuff. He actually goes to trade shows and attends networking meetings for various organizations. Welcome, Hiett Ives.
Good morning, David. How are you? This is marvelous.
Doing super, and it's such a pleasure to have you back on Saving America. You were with us about a year ago, and we had to have you back, and we're going to focus on trade shows today. So what type of business should consider exhibiting at trade shows?
Well, in a broad category, businesses that want to establish a rapport, an immediate rapport with prospects. Businesses that want prospects to pre-qualify themselves. The beauty of trade shows is that they allow you to do that by asking open-ended questions. Basically, the delegates are required to qualify or disqualify themselves. Now, David, how do you use this in your operation? David, who in your operation is responsible for this? What application do you have for this? When was the last time you used this? And it allows them to separate the wheat from the chaff immediately. Also, those that serve multiple markets and they want to separate those markets. I just took a client to the National Facilities Managers Association meeting in Baltimore, and by asking them an open-ended question, qualified some 75 different delegates, but they were in 4 verticals: in the educational, in business, in apartments, in restaurants. So anybody that wants to get a quick read on their audience and to qualify their audience as good prospects or not good prospects.
Sounds like a lot of businesses would benefit from that. So how does your book, which you've got pictured behind you, 88 Successful Event Strategies, help businesses do this?
In a very simple way, it is very simply divided into before meeting, before a show, at show, and after the show categories. And then within those, where to begin? What are you showing? What shows are you going to? The audience that are going to be at the show, what that audience wants, what size booths should you have, what should be the message in your booth, and then moving, and there's more in that, and then in the pre-show, and then at the show, everything from how to set it up correctly, move in, how do you approach the delegates? What show, how do you get appointments set at the show? And then post-show, remembering where it all began. Start with the open-ended question, record what's happening, wrap it up, start your follow-up immediately. I remember I took a client to a show in Las Vegas that ended on Thursday afternoon, and Friday morning I was in his office and we were calling some of the best prospects, and they were saying, "Wait a minute, what the show? I just got back myself this morning, and you're already doing a follow up." I said, "Yes, you're a good prospect."
Good point. Is in a lot of networking, it's interesting. I was at a speed networking a few days ago, and it's interesting, out of meeting 13, 14 people, who followed up? How about 2 out of 14? And I went through the cards, picked out 6 to 8 of the business cards and put them in our email contact system as potential leads, mostly as probably secondary referrals, not a client for us, but maybe we can help them, maybe they can help us.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities out there.
And not only direct clients, but also referral clients, reference clients, affiliate. So many people have affiliate programs where you're not a direct client, but you have a ancillary product or service that your clients might benefit from.
Exactly. And so other than trade shows, what other marketing tips do you have for our audience today?
Well, as you see up there, there are 2 books. The first one, That Ain't Not Right, Use and Abuse of the English Language. My father was career military. We spent 4 years in the UK, and I had the honor and pleasure of spending 4 years in the British school system. So I learned the Queen's English very, very well. And to the point that they actually recognized me as best writer in the school as a 7th grader. So I said, well, if the British Jesuits can recognize this, maybe I ought to hone it a little bit. So I have. And to answer your question, what else can they do is put their written material in second person, present tense, call to action. We've all learned you never start a sentence with the letter I. I do this, I do this. Well, so many websites have the XYZ company does, the XYZ company does, the ABC company does. Well, that's I, that's us, that's me. And I could say, I could have the opening of my website as I can do the following 4 things for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or that could say, you, Mr. Reader or Miss Reader, when you choose to use my services, here are the 4 advantages you are going to get from using our services. Here's what you're going to get. Now it's going to be the same four points, but the first one, hey, I can do this for you, versus here's what you are going to get when you choose to use our services.
Let's talk about those deliverables. Yeah, sounds like a very positive suggestion. And Hiett, as you know, we try and keep these short. Tell our audience the best way to get information about you and your services.
You're looking at it right behind me.
Okay.
Call me. That's my direct cell phone number. That's my email address. It sounds like the hotel, but it's spelled differently. It was my great grandmother's maiden name, Hiett at HIETTIVES.com. And I have LinkedIn site as well. So, but pick up the phone, give me a call, drop me an email.
Hiett, it is always a pleasure to have you on Saving America. And this is Dr. David D. Shine. Thanks to all of you for joining us on Saving America. And remember, if you enjoyed today's program, please subscribe on your favorite platform.